You know me as the lighthouse keeper knows the weather at night on all sides. Sometimes the summer sky is a hollow, dark socket, and I feel as empty as my clothes when I'm not in them. To feel fresh, like blood from a cut, is best, and to look up at the stars coming out like tears coming out of a face is also best. Thus, each of our gestures amounts to a critique of the whole concept of action. Not one of the spasms of sunlight splayed across the bed is undeserving of my attention. We are attached painfully to the individual history of these things which count on us, like children, to do right by them. I should like to become better acquainted with the facts of your biography, even the uninteresting chapters where you just lie around all day, smoking cigarettes and thumbing through magazines. The others, those in which love or lack of love coils your sympathies to a point of flame, like sun through a magnifying glass, consume themselves in their own intensity and seem never to have happened. Humans cannot bear too much unreality. The interlude of splendor when everything was on the verge of falling into place and yielding up at last its superabundance of pleasure, undiluted by pain, or pain from which no particle of pleasure was absent, must and should give way to afternoons like these, washed out as an old signature, the negative of dazzling. The voluptuousness of the act is in the waiting and the not knowing and the wanting and yet not wanting to know the outcome, and the hope that the outcome this time will be that there will be no outcome, but that time will accommodate itself to a kind of infinite delay in which you are moving forward and not standing still, yet never approaching or catching sight of. Through waves of distance, whatever's there. If our dreams are unattainable, that is all the more reason to keep on dreaming, as there can be no question of the fully achieved life or the flawless consummation of anything. And there can be no doubt that the only immortality is in not dying and not in what I write or do, though I wish you could be there forever, listening and accepting, as though none of it were really silly or wrong-headed, but somehow beautiful, like the story I heard once of someone drifting out of a safe harbor, stunned by a million lights on the Star Ferry.